Well, greetings to you. Greetings to you indeed. Truly. It is a delightful experience for us to be here with you, to communicate with you, to interact with you, but far more importantly, to commune with you in this way. Truly a delightful experience for us. For you see, it gives us then the opportunity to take a look at your planet. These lifetime experiences for you on this planet that you call Earth. It's an opportunity for us to step up and to assist you, humanity, to open to the more of all that there is for you to know about you in this lifetime experience. This is an important time, this ending of year 2019 and coming into 2020. This is a very important time, a crossroads, so to speak, a crux, so to speak. This is a wave of newness, a wave of vibration and energy that you have not felt before. Certainly for those living in the early 1900s, late 1800s, have not ever felt this energy that is coming into your planet. And it began in the 1970s and 80s on your planet, in your time, when the convergence happened and when the blanket of energy came into your sphere or your planet to assist in accelerating and raising the vibration of the planet. And it has then continued like a wave of the ocean. It has continued to accelerate and has continued to expand. And in this year 2019, the vibration and the energy has grown to the degree that you on the planet now are ready, so to speak, are matured, so to speak. You have done enough work, enough spiritual work on yourselves, within your families, within your beingness, your individual beingness, to now be in this place, this vibrational place, and understand this. We, non-physicals, could not accelerate this vibration unless you have done the work. And by doing the work, we mean going within, searching within yourselves those thoughts, those feelings, those woundednesses, and shifted them, changed them with new thoughts, new energy of love, of harmony, of joy. It is those thoughts, those vibrations, love, harmony, and joy, those vibrations are what have brought you here to this place of newness, this place of, we would say higher vibration, but the rally is no lower or higher, just an expanded vibration. We'll use that term. This expansion that you are feeling on the planet, the entire planet, has within it, for those who have not done the work, frustrations and anger. They have brought up the emotions within that have been stuffed down and pushed down into the vibration of the physical body, into the organs of the body, and has created for many on the planet feelings of immense frustration, to the degree that you find those individuals taking the lives of others out of their frustration, out of their anger, out of their fury. And that will continue so that you can see the difference, so that you can see the contrast of those that are doing their work and those that are not. And it does not need to be an emotional roller coaster for you at all. It does not need to be an upset or an upheaval within yourself, within your own beingness. At this time, this is for you to see what is going on the planet as a whole, so that you can make the changes that are necessary in your own life in order to flow with all of life, in order to be at peace, in order to be in love. So we titled this time of communication with you, "You are a solitary universe." We want to take you step by step into what is now occurring in this increased vibration, in this latter part of 2019 and the year and the entirety of 2020. It is important for you not only to hear these words, but to meditate on them, to get still within yourself and see where this fits for you, because this fits, so to speak, and includes all of humanity, all of those in human form. Does not matter how you got here, does not matter that you are from other realms of existence, does not matter. You are experiencing a human form. You are experiencing the physical on this planet. This includes all of you. So let us begin here. Religion on your planet teaches that you are your brother's keeper. There are many inspirational speakers and inspirational works, written works also, that express to you that it is important for you to be involved with a family, to be involved with those around you and help them, we're going to put that in quotes, help them become better people, so to speak. We have a different perspective for you to take a look at and to take within and meditate on. That being that you are the only one in the room. We're going to put that in quotes as well. You are the only one in the room. We have taught and said and stated before that you are only responsible for you, because anybody outside of you has their own responsibility for themselves, no matter who they are, no matter what they're experiencing. We understand that this is difficult within the human being, the human perspective, to see that responsibility. But if you do not take responsibility for how you're living your life, the thoughts that you are thinking, the life that you are living, if you do not take responsibility for that, then you are living by default. You are just living with whatever comes, whatever happens. When you take responsibility for your actions, that means that you are taking responsibility for how you set out this life to be. For you. Now, we're going to go back before you incarnated, before you took your first breath, however that was. And there are many forms and ways that you can come in and have an earthly experience, but we're not going to dwell much upon that in this session. We're going to look at the majority of humanity on the planet that incarnated and came in as an infant, as a baby. Before you began this life experience, before you took your first breath, you were just a vibration, an energetic field. And before you incarnated, before you had that experience, you were just this vibration deciding that you wanted to have a physical experience. You decided that you wanted to have this confinement experience in this body. And as you were deciding that you were going to undertake this experience, you as a vibration chose the common vibration to you for parents, for family. Common vibration meaning one that is going to work with your vibration. And you decided to have these family members, this mother, this father, or the lack thereof. Let's say that you were given away at birth, or you were gestating for someone else and given away. Does not matter. Regardless, you are choosing the life experience that you are going to have in this physical realm when you became an infant and took your first breath. So you chose mother, father, and you chose experiences that were going to relate to your growth in this time frame that you are going to have this physical body. You were going to set out to learn and remember the grand being or the grand non-physical being that you are, having this human experience. So, in other words, you're going to have this physical experience in this human body, knowing that you're first non-physical. You're first, as you would call it, a soul, a vibration. You're firstly that. And then you come in to have a human experience in this body, and now you're having this human form experience. But you're firstly non-physical, a soul, having this body, this mind, this look, so to speak. And you came here to specifically to remember certain things about your non-physical self through having this human experience. So now here you are as an infant, beginning this life journey of experiences that are going to help you remember your non-physical self. So, you are now a small infant, not able to speak, and using the only thing that you know to express how you're feeling to those that are caretakers. When you have wet diapers, when you're hungry, when you're angry, all of that are expressions that you as an infant have to let people know, let those caretakers know what it is that you need. And it's a guesswork, yes, a little humor there. It's guesswork by your caretakers as to what it is that you're wanting and desiring. As this infant, from 0, first breath, to age 7, as you are maturing and growing and learning how to speak and learning how to initiate and tell your caretakers what you need, you are perceiving around you. You are looking around you and taking in everything that is going on around you, in your family, in your neighborhood, in occurrences and happening on a daily basis. You are experiencing what is going on around you. You're not yet able, when you are an infant and 1 year old, you're not really able to determine and make an impact on yourself in what is going to occur. So you're watching your parents, you're listening, you're hearing, and everything that is going on around you, you are taking in, you are funneling it into this vessel for the experiences that you are going to have throughout your entire life experience. So, taking that into consideration, that you are funneling in all this information, you are perceiving it however you are taking it in, from how it is that you are going to remember your grandness, your non-physical self, your God self. You're taking in these experiences to help you remember. That is the one main thing that you as a human being must understand. You are a non-physical being having a human experience. Are you living from your non-physical self, your God self, your soul self? Or are you living from the human funneled information that you took in from 0 to 7? Are you living from that place? Are you living from all of the anger, all of the frustration, all of the contrast that you are viewing around you? So with that said, from 0 to 7 is where you set up your entire life experiences. No matter how long you live, you set it all up within 0 to 7. So all of the woundedness, the being pushed away, the not being loved, the not being wanted, the physical abuse, the emotional abuse, all of that is set up from 0 to 7. And from 7 on is when you just continue to replay that CD-ROM that you made from 0 to 7. You continue to just replay it, and each time you replay it, as the older that you get, the more mature that you get, each time that you replay that woundedness, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It gets more dramatic. It gets blown up a little bit more each time. So, as you live your life experiences from that wounded state without shifting it, without changing it, without releasing and letting go of that energy, that vibration that you set up from 0 to 7, without releasing it, without letting it go, without growing into the more of your God self, therein then lies the result or the experiences of your physical body breaking down. That is where dis-ease comes from. That is where conflicts within your physical body manifest, is from replaying those old wounded states. Now, we spoke of you being your solitary universe. As we showed you when you came in to have this physical experience, this is just you, by your name, whoever you are. And everything outside of you is their own universe. But you perceived it the way that you perceived it on purpose. You are on purpose. Everything that is happening in your life is purposeful. There's no accidents. There's no coincidences of things happening in your life. No, you set them up from 0 to 7 in how you perceived what was going on outside of you. Now, as you mature and as you get older, and you are having hurtful experiences, rocky marriages, anger and frustration within the harmony of relationships that you have. When you have all of that, those are indicators for you that this is what you set up, and how do you now change that? How do you go about shifting out of that old mode of thinking, that old perception that you had from 0 to 7, into the newness of your God self, the expandedness of your God self? You do that by going within. Our best suggestion for you is through meditation, through quieting your mind. However you go about doing that, whether you learn how to do it with a facilitator, another meditator, or learning how to do it online, does not matter. What matters is that you learn how to quiet your mind, because it is your mind that continues to play the old CD-ROM. It is your mind that makes everything a big drama. Out of your woundedness, of not being good enough, of not being loved, of being pushed away, of being separate from your non-physical self. When you came in and incarnated and had your very first breath, you separated yourself from your vibrational source, and you became a human being, no longer believing that you had that source connection. And you have lived your life believing and thinking and feeling that you are separate from your soul, your God self. You are firstly your soul, your vibrational God self. Secondly, less important is having a physical experience. Do not disregard the fact that having a human experience is not important. It is very important. It helps you grow. It helps you become more as a non-physical being. In every realm of reality, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of realms of reality outside of this earth realm, in every realm of reality, you are learning, growing, expanding, becoming more. Going into another realm and beginning there in that realm, just like you have a human experience. All realms are a beginning of learning about you. So here you are having this human experience, and you have in this earth experience religion, philosophies, beliefs. Wherever you are in the earth realm, there is a belief that is attached to that part of the country, so to speak. In the United States, it's a religion based on the dogma of what you call the Bible. In other realms or in other places in the universe, on the earth plane, in other places on the earth plane, there is a belief system that is attached to that area. Does not matter what that belief system is. All belief systems have attached to them responsibility. They teach responsibility for you to be this or that thing to your people, so to speak. And what we would like for you to know is that no matter how you grew up, no matter where you were born and had your earth experience, no matter where that is, you are responsible only for you because you came in just for your experience. Yes, you have these individuals around you that gave you the contrasts to help you grow and to help you learn. But you do not have any responsibility for your siblings, for your family. We understand how important this is to you as a human being to know that you feel responsible for your family. You feel responsible for taking care of your mother and your father when they get older. You feel responsible to care for your children. Let us say this: you are only the sponsor for your children. You sponsored them into having this earth experience. You are not responsible for how they're perceiving their life. How can you be responsible for that? You have 5 children, let's say. Each one of those 5 children are going to perceive what is going on around them from their wounded state that they came in to experience and to learn from. Each child will have a different perception, a different experience. And each one of those experiences is perfect for that individual because that is why they came in to have that particular solitary experience. So in the United States, religion teaches that you are responsible for your family. You're even responsible for your neighbors. You're even responsible for their neighbors. That is a lot of responsibility, yes? And how overwhelming that can be to you as a human being. What we would like for you to know is to look at that differently, to see it from our non-physical perspective. That will lead then to your peace and harmony and joy in your life. How many of you are living free of all contrasts, that are living in peace and harmony and joy, happiness and joy? How many of you that are here watching this, listening to these words, live in peace and harmony and joy? Your job is for you to take care of you. Your job, and you came here to learn about you, not to learn about your children, not to learn about your mother, father, family, friends, acquaintances. That is not your job. That is not your responsibility. And if you believe that that is your job and your responsibility, you are overwhelmed all the time. When you are living in overwhelm, when you are living in frustration, when you are living in anger, when you are living in fury, are you indeed living in peace and harmony and joy? We think not. So, getting back to your solitary universe, each individual person on the planet comes in as the sole responsibility of that experience in that human body. Your job is to take care of you, because when you take care of you, then everyone else around you can then take care of themselves. And if they believe those around you cannot take care of themselves, that is their learning, that is their experience, yes? You are here to look at your woundedness, what you came in to experience. Everyone, every individual that comes in to have a human experience comes here purposely, on purpose, to have wounds, to not be loved, not be wanted, to be cast out, to be cast away, to be insignificant. That is the human experience. That is why you came here. Do not disregard the fact that you chose to be here on purpose, to grow and to become more than you now are. So, religion teaches responsibility. You are responsible for everything and everyone around you. That is putting it expansively. Religion states that you are responsible for your children, that you are responsible for your family, that you are responsible for your neighbor. You cannot possibly be responsible for another in how they are choosing to see their life experience. Religion also teaches, this is important, that when you find something within you that you need to shift and change and release, religion teaches you to forgive another for what they showed to you that you took in. Let us say this. If you came here and set up your life experience the way that you are experiencing it, what is there to forgive for another? Another did not give that to you. You asked them for that experience. You set it all up. And religion also teaches to forgive yourself. What is there to forgive if you set it up on purpose to become more and to grow from it? From our perception, everything is perfect and in right action and right order. Everything. No matter how painful, hurtful, emotional it is. It is just an experience. And as you can see your life and what you've set up for yourself as just an experience, nothing more, nothing less, just an experience, then there is no emotion attached to it. It's just an experience. If you feel there's an emotion attached to it, therein lies the shifting and the changing of how you see it, how you perceive it. Understanding is the important part. There is nothing to forgive when you understand that you set it all up that way in the very beginning. Now, when you come in to have a human experience, you come in alone, unless you are a twin. Still, you come in alone. The other part of the egg that was separated and split off and became a twin or a triplet or a quadruplet does not matter. They come in their own time frame. Yes, whether it be a second or a minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes does not matter. They came in as an individual, singularly, just as you did. So you came in as a singular, solitary being, having this human experience. So if you are a solitary being, that means that you are your own universe. You hold within you your own learnings, rememberings, experiences. All of that becomes your universe, who you are. Everything and everyone outside of you is their own universe. So your only responsibility is to your universe. In fact, that's the only thing that you can change. That's the only thing that you can shift and make different, is how you perceive and how you understand what you have set up for yourself in this life experience. So we make the statement to you. You are the only one in the room. You are the only one in your universe. Everything outside of you, you have brought into your universe to be responsible for. You are responsible for how you act, how you perceive, how you see, how you think, how you believe. You create your own thinking. Your mind is a physical ramification of this physical beingness. Your mind will say to you, you should be angry about that. And then you express an anger emotion about it. Your mind could very well say to you, you can see that in humor and not be angry about it at all. Your mind could say, you could see that as a blessing, and you would feel filled up with that blessing, that gift. So your mind can take you on trails, yes? Your mind can make up perceptions that you can choose not to have. You, as a non-physical being, a spirit, a soul, have the capacity to live in peace and harmony and joy by bringing in your non-physical self to help you shift and change how you see things, your perceptions. Shift and change how you believe about things, see them differently. Instead of seeing dramas in your life as a drama, see it as the gift for your growth. And when you see the gift, then you can release any emotion that is attached to that gift. And as you go through the processes of releasing and shifting thoughts and emotions, perceptions about what you came in to experience, as you do that shifting and understand where it came from, 0 to 7, which is the foundation of all experiences that you are having, as you change the foundation and understand it in this, when you're 30, 40, 50 years old, having this exact same experience, different faces, different feelings about it, you're having the same experience. once you see the foundation and understand the foundation that you set up for yourself, then and only then can you change it. And when you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, when you see that foundation and you shift and change your thought and your belief about it, you then add years to your life. You then allow your body to make new cells because you have changed your belief about the old thought about it. Your body responds to how you think, how you believe, and how you perceive everything around you. Your body is just a response mechanism. That is all. That's all it can be. Yes? It's a vibration. As you shift your vibration, everything shifts in your body. We have always said, your body will heal itself always if it is allowed to. Underline that and put that in bold, yes? If it is allowed to. It is your perceptions and your beliefs that hold your body in limbo, stuck, holding the emotions that you set up from 0 to 7 when you based and made your foundation of the rest of your life experiences. So if you are experiencing dis-ease, discomfort in any form at all, it is because you have not looked at the foundation of the beliefs that you're holding about yourself that are still stuck or in your cellular structure of your body, and your body cannot heal itself because you're not allowing it to. You're holding on to the emotions that are attached to that keep the cellular structure in your body static, diseased. You are a grand being of light energy having this human experience. And having the human experience means that you set up a specific belief system that you are going to have throughout this life experience. And once you acknowledge and realize that you have set all this up for yourself, you have done this. You specifically set this up for your learning and your remembering of the grandness, the soul, the God self that you really are. Once you get that you are responsible for all experiences that you have, will have, and are having, then and only then can you look at the foundation that you set up from 0 to 7, see where you set that up for yourself, understand it, realize that that's where it came from, and once you realize it, then it no longer holds the emotion that you attached to it as you replayed your CD-ROM and got it bigger and more dramatic and more expansive throughout your life experiences. Once you see it and understand it, then you can release it, and the release is simple. It's automatic. You don't have to go about the process of saying to yourself, I no longer believe that. I no longer need that. You do not have to do that. It's automatic. As you understand the foundation that you set up, the woundednesses that you set up for yourself, as you understand that you did that to become more, you're automatically going to become more. So the act or the expression of I forgive myself, I forgive them for that. There is no forgiveness necessary. In fact, forgiveness means nothing. Look at religion. When you say, I forgive you for doing that hurtful thing against me, they didn't do it against you. You did it to yourself, to assist your growth, to assist yourself in becoming more. So really, what is it that you're doing? You're being thankful for the gift that you are giving yourself through this other individual mirroring it to you, or quote unquote doing it to you. You are thankful for the gift. So it would be, from our perspective, more appropriate to say, I am thankful for the gift of what I have done to help me grow. I am thankful for the gift that I set up for myself to become more, and I am becoming more now. Instead of saying, I forgive, because forgiving means that you did something wrong. Forgiving and forgiveness means that someone did something wrong to you. There is no wrong, only the gift of remembering, the gift of understanding. Everything in this life experience for you is a gift that you are giving yourself. And that is the whole purpose of being here on this planet, having this human experience. Seeing the gifts of everything that you are setting up and have set up for yourself from this foundation from 0 to 7. As you see the gifts of everything that you are setting up for yourself, you will feel within your physical body a lightness. You will feel, as a human being, you will feel as if you are suspended. You understand? As if you are floating. You will feel that lightness. And that is what humans are categorizing of raising the vibration to the next level, etc. It is really just the work that you do of seeing the gifts that you are giving yourself and expanding and becoming more as a non-physical being having a human experience. As you grow and as you expand, that expansion in the body, in the cellular structure of the body, feels like air. It feels like clarity. It feels like not only expansion, but lightness of being. We believe there's a book entitled that, The Lightness of Being. And that is what that means. All humanity, whether entrenched in their dramas or working on themselves, are here to come to this realization that they are the ones that set all this up, that they are the ones that are doing all of this to themselves. And let us say this, there are many on the planet that dislike and hate themselves so much to the degree that they literally eat themselves away from internally in their body. When you experience cancer, we'll just use that one example. Cancer really is the eating away of one's self in that particular organ or in that particular part of the body or in the blood, in the bloodstream. Does not matter. It's a gift that you are giving yourself to see where it is that you brought that in with you, and you have the ability to release it, to let it go. You have the ability to grow past that, to allow your body to heal. You cannot heal anything, but you can allow your body to heal itself as you raise your vibration, as you lift your vibration to the degree that there is no more stress put on the body that created the dis-ease and discomfort in the beginning. Do you have questions or comment that might help in this interaction?
Maybe just a little bit more of an explanation of the universe within ourselves. I mean, what exactly does that mean? We hear that all the time, and we hear about holographic universe because everything is light energy. Can you explain a little bit more how that all works and what that is?
Yes. So to say it simply would be that your focus, really, is on your non-physical, spiritual, energetic self. We are, as we speak, non-physical beings. That means that we do not have a vessel, a vehicle, a body that we have to, as you would say on the planet, contend with. We'll just put that in quotes with a little humor. We are non-physical. We grow and expand differently because there is no body. Just because you have a vessel or a body does not mean that you are limited in your expansion, in your growth. Absolutely not. In fact, earth living, having a human form, is one of the best ways to grow as a non-physical being because of the limitations that you have. Now, is it agreed with all of you, humanity, that everything is energy? Everything. That's all there is. If you were not on the planet, if you did not have this experience, what would there be? An energy of some sort. Yes? An energetic field, a vibration. You're on this planet and you have an ocean that ebbs and flows, comes and goes, yes? You have light that comes and goes. Everything is flowing, everything is motion, everything is vibration, everything. So when we say that you are a universe, it means that you are creating everything for you. You are creating all the gifts that you have the opportunity to be thankful for, to grow. You came here to expand and grow through having the physical experience. Now, as you speak about a holographic universe, that has a limited definition and connotation because of the limitation that words have. A holographic universe just means that everything is for growth and expansion. A hologram means that you can see other images, that you can, if you're in the human form, that you split an image and you see another image. That is a limitation we are expressing to you. That is a limitation. You are fracturing, yes, and having it have an image from that fraction of. And yet that is a limitation in and of itself. The universe has within it the vibration, the simplistic definition, the vibration of growth, movement, and change. That is all there is. Nothing more, nothing less. So your human mind is compartmentalized, has compartments within it. Every mind has its own compartments and is associated with the experience that you set up when you incarnated from 0 to 7. Your brain has compartments. The female brain has different compartments than the male brain, and every brain has their own significant compartments of understanding for that particular lifetime. We'll give you an example. The compartments of a brain that is afflicted with a debilitating dis-ease in the body as an infant has different compartments than one who has chosen not to have an affliction for that particular lifetime experience. Those compartments in the brain are different. The one that is inflicted has limited compartments, so to speak. We're talking about the human expression and the human understanding of the brain related to the non-physical experience of that particular being. Now, in your human experience, you see a holographic universe different than what it really is. It is limited because of your capacity as a human in the limitation that you have within your own understanding and your own ability within your brain to analyze, rationalize, realize. Do you understand?
Yes.
So it's just a designation. It's another rung on the ladder of understanding. You call it a holographic universe, but it is so much more than that, and the more is not yet revealed. That is where the growth, the vibrational expansion happens. More and more and more is given for a human experience to understand. Yet there are many on the planet that have far greater understanding of creation than many others. You call that individual born in the wrong time frame, yes? It's all right. Everyone has their own universal experience. Universal meaning your own individual universe that you are experiencing. We would like to reiterate at this time, at this moment, that your only responsibility, if you could take nothing else from this session, take this. Your only responsibility is to your own universe, your own life experience. That's all you can be responsible for, because that is what you set up for yourself to have, your own experience. And everyone else around you has their own experience and is responsible for their own individual, solitary universe. As you all can take that in, understand it, and expand it within your beingness, therein lies your growth and your evolution and your expansion. Your own expansion is reliant upon you and only you. Your growth is reliant upon you and only you. Only you. And as you fill yourself up with your own knowings, with your own understandings, as you come to those understandings and you have opportunity every day in your daily mundane life experience, you have opportunity to see the foundation of what you set up by all the mirrors that are around you, showing you what you set up for yourself for your universal experience. Everyone outside of you is just a mirror to you of what you're not seeing. And therein lies your attachment to your emotion about what you see outside of yourself. Your emotion to what you see outside of yourself should be looked at inside of yourself, yes? So when you see a mirror that is displayed outside of you, immediately ask yourself, what part of that is me that I have set up for myself? And as you can literally, visually see what part of you has expressed that in your life experience, then and only then can it be released. And you release it by being thankful for the gift that you gave yourself in seeing it. So it's not forgiveness, it's being thankful. Thankful for what I am showing myself. I am thankful and grateful for the mirror that is being shown to me about that. I am grateful and thankful for these mirrors, these people outside of me, showing me this about me. Because you would not be seeing it and have emotion about it if it did not belong to you. If that experience or that visualization did not come from your foundation, from 0 to 7. You would not see anything out there. In fact, what you would see out there is peace and love and harmony. Are you seeing that outside of yourself? As you watch the news each night on your television set or on your computer, are you seeing the gratefulness of the mirrors that are out there that are showing this to you? Interesting concept, yes? Everything that you are viewing outside of yourself is held in your foundation that you set up for yourself. Otherwise, you would not be seeing it, and there would not be emotion that is attached to it when you see it. There never is blame in your universe, ever. only gratefulness and thankfulness for what you're seeing. And as you can see gratefulness, and as you can see thankfulness, as you can see that from outside of yourself, then peace and harmony and joy exist within you, and that's who you are. You live from that place. And let us say this: until you drop this body, you are never finished seeing the mirrors. So you are never finished being grateful and being thankful. But you can get to the place where there is no longer emotion that is attached to the mirrors that you see. And remember that you're the one that's holding the mirror. So look how grand you are. Look at how huge of a being you are to create all of this. Now we're going to boil it down into a nutshell here. Everything that you see outside of yourself on this planet is you. Mirroring to you beliefs that you're holding about you. And as you shift your thought about it, and as you see the gifts in it and be thankful for those gifts, thankful for what you're seeing, then everything else on the planet receives that thankfulness and receives that gift from you. And let's just say that you have a huge pond here, yes? And you are a pebble. And as you shift and change and grow and live in peace and harmony and joy, and you drop yourself into this pond, this world, yes, of emotion, what does that do to all of the other pond members? It then gives them the opportunity to expand and grow. And therein lies your ability as this grand being of light energy. Therein lies your ability to shift and change the universe. Because you're just one little earth here in many other earths and many other realms of reality. You're a speck, a pinpoint in the universe. And yet you are powerful beyond measure. You are God. That is not blasphemous at all. That is the reality of who you really are. You have the ability to create. You have the ability to create anything that you desire in your life experience that comes from peace and harmony and joy. Create from that place. Did you have a question or comment on then holographic universe?
Well, not necessarily that, but you brought up a point that I think many people think about, and it's the relationship between us and God. And I guess I never used the word God because of the association with the Bible. I always use source. But how are we all related to the source? Are we all connected to the source? Are we spun off from the source? We're our own universe? Are we part of the source's universe? How does all of that play out?
Yes, all of that. All of that. You can call yourself a spark from the universal source energy. You can call yourself the source energy, having a human experience. Having a human experience is just one way to grow and expand. Having a human experience is just a choice that you have to an avenue, a choice and an avenue to grow and expand. And you have many of those avenues, many of those choices. When you drop this body, let's say that you have an entire life experience, or you can just have a day experience. You can be born and die. You can have a month experience. You can have 100 years experience. Does not matter. When you drop the body, you have a choice of another avenue of expression or experience. Non-physical, or in another realm of reality, or having another human experience. The mind is limited in its capacity to put into its own nook and cranny understanding. The mind is limited because it's physical. It's the physical experience. When you no longer have the mind, there are no limitations. There is only growth and expansion. And yet the mind says, but there's only so much growth and expansion that I can do. When you're in the physical body, yes. When you're not in the physical body and you're having just a non-physical experience, it is beyond the mind's ability to reason or understand. Now, source is a vibration. There is no beginning and no end of source, all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be. The mind has difficulty compartmentalizing that concept. And it is all right. That is the human experience. From the non-physical perception, there is no limit to what source, all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be, is. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you have question or comment on that? And more that needs to be spoken?
I understand the aspect of the source. I'm just trying to understand our aspect of what we are in relationship to the source. I mean, and I've heard that there are billions of universes. I mean, does that mean, when you talk about a universe, is that us? Are we each of those universes?
Yes, as a non-physical being.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, as a spirit. Yes, as a soul. Yes. No, as a human having a human experience. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand that difference?
Oh yeah, of course.
As you have a human experience, you are limited in a limited framework of reality. You created this framework of reality, this limitation. Limitation in the body, limitation with how you live this experience. When you are non-physical, there is no limitation, and no limitation as to the growth and the expansion that there is. Understanding that the mind can only take in so much. As you meditate, and as you do this on a daily basis, you will have times in your meditative state, in the quiet of your mind, when your mind does not have to think and reason. You will have moments where there is clarity of what non-physical is. Because the mind does not have to think about what it can do, what it does, where it comes from, what all of that. There are no questions. When you have your mind clear of all thought, you will have a knowing, an expanded and expansive experience where you see non-physical and all that is. That is the gift that you give yourself when you meditate, when you allow your mind to be quiet. The mind you chose to experience its capacity or the limit thereof in this human experience. When you are non-physical, it is not that way at all. There is no limitation to what you can do, create, and be in your just a vibration. And you, in other universes, you choose those experiences for your growth in that realm as well. And it is totally different, not the same at all. It is opposite of having the human experience realm. Do you have a question or comment on that?
No.
All right, do you have a question or comment in any other framework?
Not for now.
All right. So, what we would like to leave you all with is this. You gifted yourself with this human experience. You gifted yourself with being a human, with creating a foundation of dichotomy, of contrast. And that is what this life experience is for you. As you can see it as a gift, as you can see every aspect of how you live this life experience, your own individual solitary existence, as you can see the gifts that you give yourself every day, therein lies the manifestation or the result of peace and harmony and joy. As you live in conflict and as you hold the energies and experiences and emotions of hate and anger, frustration, not good enough, as you hold all of that, you live in conflict each and every moment of your life. And that is all right. We want you to know that it is all right however you choose to have this experience. And you have the option of seeing it differently if you desire peace and harmony and joy and abundance in every framework of your reality. It is truly, totally up to you how you desire to live this life experience. This is your universe. It is all of your doing, all of your creation, and you can choose it to be however you desire the outcome. So we'll leave the body at this time then, and we offer them to all of you. Blessings, peace,